Today at Wilwood Disc Brakes, we will show you how easy it can be to upgrade to our Aero6 Direct Mount Performance Brake Kit. Before you begin, it is important to read through the datasheet instructions included with the kit designed for your application. Verify the brake lines and wheel clearance and look for any variations that may have occurred before or after the vehicle left the factory. It is recommended that you take pictures of the stock brake system before and during disassembly for reference when assembling the new brakes. On vehicles equipped with factory electric parking brake systems, put the system into service or maintenance mode before you begin disassembly. Raise and support the vehicle safely according to the manufacturer's instructions and remove the front wheels. Disassemble the original factory front brakes. Remove the brackets, calipers, and rotors. The OEM pad wear sensor is not used with the Wilwood calipers, but must be retained to prevent warning lights. Remove the sensor from the caliper, coil the wire, and securely strap it in an out-of-the-way location. Remove any nicks and burrs that may interfere with the new brake components from the hub and caliper mounting bosses on the upright. Clean and degrease the hub and the caliper mounting bosses. On certain GM 1500 trucks, the dust shield must be trimmed for caliper fitment. Only trim off as much material as is needed for clearance. Refer to the photos in the datasheet for more information. Slide the rotor onto the hub, making sure it is seated flush against the hub flange to avoid excessive runout. Install the OEM set screw to keep the rotor in place. Insert the brake pads into the caliper and secure them with the retaining pins. Tap the pins to be sure they are fully seated. See the datasheet for details. This kit has left and right calipers. Ensure you install them correctly. The larger piston should be at the rotor exit end of the caliper relative to the direction of rotation. Mount the calipers to the OEM bosses with provided bolts and washers. Apply red Loctite 271 to bolt threads, then torque to the value shown in the datasheet. Check that the rotor spins freely in the caliper. The caliper inlet fitting is tapped 1/8 27 NPT. Use PTFE pipe thread tape on the included steel fitting to ensure it seals properly with no leaks. Be sure to orient the fitting properly for brake line routing. Attach the flex line to the caliper. Attach the flex line clamp to the upright. Some kits include a clamp, while others require crimping the factory clamp to fit the new flex line. Refer to the datasheet for more information. Attach the chassis fitting to the flex line. Remove the OEM retaining clip. Disconnect the hard line from the factory rubber brake line. Attach the Wilwood flex line to the factory hard line. And install the provided retaining clip. Be sure to check that the brake line is routed with no interference and for sufficient caliper to wheel clearance. Double check all of your work for safety reasons and perform a full system fill and bleed with the appropriate Wilwood performance brake fluid for your application. Follow the instructions on the datasheet for the initial road test and proper bedding of pads to rotors. Contact a professional if you have any difficulties or questions at 805-388-1188 or info@wilwood.com.